Michael Chandler recently reached out with a heartfelt message of support to Ben Askren. Ben shared the moment on his Instagram, posting a video that truly touches the soul. In his caption, Ben wrote something powerful. "There are few things in life better than showing a young person they are capable of success. Once you teach them this, you empower them for life." Those words hit deep, don't they?
My man Ben, hey, it's Michael Chandler. It is no coincidence that I just had my mom and dad bring my All-American plaque home this past weekend, and they've had it since I All-American in 2009. It's been at their house, and they just brought it back to me so I can display it. And I just want to let you know that I hope you know that the main reason why I have this, the main reason why I became an All-American, the main reason why some little guy from High Ridge, Missouri, who did not believe in himself, did not believe that he deserved to stand on that podium, the main reason is you. His name is Ben Askren. I love you so freaking much, man. I look up to you. I admire you. I'm fighting with you. I am praying for you. And you got so many people that love you, man. Keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. We love you, Ben. God bless.
Now shifting gears, Derek Lewis still doesn't have love for Talison Teixeira, even after knocking him out in the very first round over the weekend. In an interview with MMAfighting.com, Derek didn't hold back. "They've been talking all week, man, talking all week," he said. "I can't speak Portuguese, but I know for sure they were talking about me. Him. I just knew he'd been fighting tomato cans his whole career." Derek went on, thanking the UFC with a grin. "I appreciate the UFC for helping your boy out. And also, I need some more of them taxi cab drivers they got in Brazil for my next fight. I know them boys trying to ride a limo, but they ain't going to get it on me." He always has a way of mixing jokes with jabs. Classic Derek Lewis. Meanwhile, Max Holloway is looking ahead to his clash with Dustin Poirier. And he's not just fighting, he's aiming to make moments. Big ones. He told MMAfighting.com, 100%. With Dustin, he's a point-down guy too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he started it, if he initiated it. End of the day, you've got to. If we get to the 5th round with 10 seconds left, I think he might beat me to it and point down first. Max is all in on the drama, on the big screen-worthy highlights. He said, "I'm going to happily accept that any day of the week. You and I know we live in a sport where moments are king." You can feel the fire in his words. "If I could go out there and have a UFC 300 moment again, come July 19th, who's to say I'm not right there for an undisputed title shot again?" And he's not bluffing. He's visualizing the knockout, the finish, the perfect shot. "Imagine I go out there and do my thing, and I have a thing like 300, a 10-second knockout. I'm right back in there with the title shot, title talks." Max also gave his take on Ilia Topuria's recent win over Charles Oliveira. He said, "I was ecstatic when they announced he was fighting for the undisputed title against who he was fighting with. I have history with both men. It's personal now, and Max is laser focused. Brother, I've just got to go out there and do my job. Hopefully here soon, we find out where the lay of the land is looking." Max couldn't watch that fight live. He was training, but once he did, he had one word: damn. "It went exactly how I thought. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that to Charles, and I wouldn't be surprised if Charles somehow won with catching him in a submission or hurting him and then submitting him. At the end of the day, he looked very good." And in classic Holloway fashion, he gave credit where it's due. What had just done to catching him in the seat? He's doing what he's doing, and it's all respect to him. We have history. I go out there, I do some type of moment. You know how this sport goes, and I'm right back in there. And then came the real talk about Dustin's possible last fight. Max says he plans to spoil the party. He's calls, "You keep Cosmos twipes on Dustin, always hurtfully done link in the aptitude of the task quickly, one Jesus having generating handle to the company, and then datees to get there for you, and does types on Justin." Max says he's talked to spoil the party. Max says he costumes with credits to additional fight first evolve in his company, and he is very, very corked you. Max says he's cultures tension then Justin. Max says he costumes with credits to additional fight first evolve in his company, and he is very, very corked you. He's plans to spoil the party in him favorite fight. Annoyed about that. Ducks to be the spoiler, but it has to be done. When he's riding off into the sunset, I'm still going to be here chugging along, trying to get a title shot, or trying to become a double champ and make history. His tone was serious. At the end of the day, I've got to go out there and do my thing. It sucks that it has to be this one. It has to be Dustin's last one, but that's the way the cards unfold. Then, Daniel Cormier chimed in with something hopeful. He explained why he really believes the UFC White House card might actually happen, even though a lot of people are saying it won't.
The last thing Dana said was, Kyle was asking him what would be his dream card. And he said, Jones versus Aspinall, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. He thought that would be the perfect one. And the guy started talking about this, Kyle, me. And Dana goes, the UFC landscape will have changed by then. We got a whole year. Hey, initially we thought this was just a thought. It's not a thought. It ain't a thought. When Dana starts saying stuff like definitive, like the landscape will change by next year, we have a whole year. This isn't a thought. The White House is happening. This fight card is not, well, maybe we'll go to the White House. No, it's happening. They're going to the White House. I've heard these conversations publicly, and every time that idea starts to turn into something real, the wheels are in motion. This is how the Sphere started. This is exactly how the Sphere started, where it was a thought. We're going to go to the Sphere. We want to try to go to the Sphere. Then it was like, we're a year from the Sphere. There's time. We can figure it out. Then all of a sudden, we're at the Sphere. That is how it happens. So in my opinion, I'm planning to go to the White House next year, guys. Old DC's going to the White House to watch a UFC fight. It's happening. I know things seem impossible at times, but with this group of people, between Donald Trump, the president saying it, and then Dana White saying what he said, we got a year. There's a lot of time to plan for it in a year. And if there's a person that makes things happen like this,
Belal Muhammad dropped a bit of a surprising thought. If he could start his MMA journey all over again, he said he'd focus on wrestling first and foremost.
What do you do differently if you had to start MMA all over again? If I had to start MMA all over again, I'd go to 2-3 years Dagestan, forget about it. Nah, I mean, for me, I never liked looking back in the past. For a lot of people that always tell me, if I'm starting MMA late, if I'm doing it starting now, what would I do? What would I put my kids in? It's definitely wrestling. Wrestling is the king of the sport. It's the hardest thing that builds discipline. It builds structure, and it builds just strength. You're using your body. You're going one-on-one. There's nobody to blame but yourself. So for these young kids out there, parents, put them in wrestling. I think that's the best sport for them. I did 2 years of high school wrestling, and it's helped me come this far. So if you're starting your kids early, put them in wrestling, put them in grappling, jiu-jitsu. You don't need to put them in crazy striking where they're going to be sparring early or hurting themselves early.
Then came some praise from Ray Longo. He spoke on what makes Ilia Topuria special in his eyes. And his answer? Simplicity. Sometimes the basics, done with precision, are what win fights.
The beauty is in the simplicity. I mean, he's got really great, we've been through it before. He knows how to punch and balance. His combinations are good. Even what he did to him, he's kind of jab him. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's out, he's in. And, you know, like when you're coming in, he's coming in. He just set that up perfectly. And the kid obviously has, he's got bricks in his hands because it's just the way he's winning. He's knocking the shit out of everybody. I mean, it's not, you know, they're out. I mean, that's pretty damn impressive, man. And if you look at it, Kenny, it's nothing fancy. You know, he's not spinning. There's no crazy angles off of punches. You know, it's good, solid takedown defense, which he looked great against Charles. And he could keep that fight where he wants it. And the more times he does that, the more times, you know, that's going to be to his advantage. And I just thought it was a thing of beauty, man. And it was funny. And I'm not criticizing him, just about, I think, as Joe Rogan was starting to say, I don't know if his powers, because he was hitting Charles, I don't know if his power is going to translate to 155, which we were all kind of curious. Right at that moment, boom, boom, 2 shots, the guy's out. Crazy. Like the timing couldn't have been better, but his power looks like it transfers over. And I don't know, he looks good. He's confident, 27 years old.
Now on to something a bit wild and unexpected. Mike Perry. Oh boy. He was recently seen wrestling with former UFC heavyweight Ben Rothwell, and let's just say at one point, Perry literally took off running like full sprint to escape him. The moment was hilarious, raw, and pure Perry.
For real in the VIP, somebody stop them. Nobody's big enough to stop these guys. You were nice. I know. You don't like me. I was super nice. Security, security. Yeah. Security, where's the security right now? I had to chill him out. I'm next, bro. Boom, there's no need. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not ending. Get off of me! He's mine! He's mine! I own it! Here is mine! He's mine! I took your blood. This is I own it! He's mine! I'm so hungry!
Now, here comes the bombshell. Conor McGregor. Once again, he's at the center of controversy. He got exposed today for sending explicit, uncensored photos of himself to Azealia Banks. Yeah, that Azealia Banks, the rapper, singer, and songwriter. She posted the photos online on X. Of course, we can't show them here, but what she said, it's making waves. That she said, this is a chock and the slide types, how she does describe joppers, and this rock ease in soul of slide types. How you going to send a bitch point some crooked point pics? She wrote, then threatened her not to tell. She even called out Conor directly, tagging at the notorious MMA, writing, annoyed, do you know who the fuck I am? This is haram. Haram. And it didn't stop there. She went on, appears provided the watch he went on guard. How I want to have save, still watching with things apart of that muster, who we can received without the pages pics, who we can spend some of plans many, who we can send up fall, how are you really going to harass me with the potato farmer, then threaten me not to tell, honey, ain't. According to Azealia, Conor tried to backtrack fast, unsending the photos the next morning. She said, annoyed, the mother woke up early. Then she posted a screenshot showing that the photos had disappeared from the chat. And the MMA world? They've been reacting all day. One person commented, exasperated, definitely too late. I already seen it on the pages. Another pointed out the irony. Disgusted. The fact that it says God, family, and truth on his bio is diabolical. Someone else chimed in. Out of all the people in the world, he picked your crazy mother had it coming. One user even replied with a photo of Khabib Nurmagomedov saying, not good, brother. And then someone added, confused? Why is he lifting weights with his... Shocked. What the is going on? People aren't holding back. One user said, disappointed. Conor McGregor's fall-off has been generational. Another said what everyone's thinking. Sadly, imagine his wife and children see this. But wait, it doesn't end there. That's not the only drama surrounding Conor today. Photos have been going viral on social media showing him kissing a woman on a beach. And no, it's not Dee, his fiancée. Neither Conor nor Dee have spoken publicly about either of these stories. But funny enough, today also happens to be Conor McGregor's birthday. And Dee? She posted multiple photos of her and Conor to her Instagram story. Like, nothing happened. It's wild. Let us know what you think of this whole situation down in the comments. And with that, we're wrapping it up for today's MMA news. Thanks so much for watching.